prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Biama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Biama ya ndefe na aja ha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro, iwe nye anyị ndụ n'ala nke dị n'uwe n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya ka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, or Australia, Canada, I thank you so much for your contribution on the channel. Please, each time you watch my video, share the video to all platforms, share it to your family and friends, share it to people so that they can hear our voice, and make your contributions on the comment section. Say it the way you want it. You can equally criticize on the comment section if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can learn from each other. That is why we are here. Please share the video, share it to all platforms. Let people hear our voice. We can't allow them to change the narrative. That is the mission of the conventional media and the local media we have in Nigeria. Their mission is to change the narrative and push out false information against the IPOB, against our Supreme Leader, and against all the people who are oppressed in that contraption called Nigeria. They have been doing that, and that's the reason why we are coming online on social media on a daily basis to debunk all their lies. We will continue to do so. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter the attack they come with. We'll continue to do so. That is why I urge you to share the video, share it to every platform, share it to all people that need to hear our voice. Let them contribute. Let them hear our own opinion and hear the true story of what is happening in the country called Nigeria. For the Biafrans, remember, we are praying along with our Sulamazi Nadekan. 150 days prayer that we are making. We are almost getting to the end of the prayer. And a lot has happened already. If you have not joined, it is not yet late to join. You can join. Join now and pray hard. That is the only way you can overcome what is coming. That is the only way you can overcome all the propaganda, all the lies that they are pushing. That is the way you can be able to overcome all the deception. That is the way you can overcome it. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Don't allow people to push you around. We must continue. The only destination we have is freedom. The only destination to freedom is Biafra. And the only destination to Biafra is Supreme Leader Nnamdi. As soon as Supreme Leader Nnamdi is being released, we will walk into Biafra happily with our head lifted high. This is our mission. That is why everybody has to contribute his or her own quota to make sure that our Supreme Leader Nnamdi is being released. Any platform that you have, no matter how small, no matter how big, the only mission you have now is to ask for your freedom. The freedom of Biafra and the freedom of the indigenous people in the country called Nigeria. Use your platform to speak up for the freedom of the people. That is why we are here. Our Supreme Leader Nnamdi cannot continue to be in DSS. That is why Biafrans are sitting at home every Monday, and today again, Biafrans are sitting at home. It doesn't matter the attack that is coming from east, west, north, and south, from left, right, and center. Wherever the attack is coming from, the Biafrans are ready, and we are ready to take our freedom. Every child in Biafra, every mother in Biafra, every sister in Biafra, every brother in Biafra is ready to take up the battle and be able to get their freedom. That is why we are moving forward. We don't listen to anybody. We only listen to the spirit of Biafra, the conscience we have in us, following the foundation that our Supreme Leaders have led for us to have our freedom. That is what we are throwing. And if you are not following that foundation that our Supreme Leaders have led down, that means you have lost the path. That foundation of truth, nothing but the truth. That foundation that is as white as snow. That foundation that is very consistency. That is the foundation we are following. If you have the truth, you have the consistency, then the command and control follows. That is where our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu started. Our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu started with the message of truth. That was how IPOB was built. It was because of his truthfulness that people were able to rally around him and join him. And he was consistent. When people rally around him and come towards him and come to work with him, then he institutionalized the command and control. So the root of the command and control we are talking about in IPOB is obedience. The rule and command and control we are talking about in IPOB is truthfulness. Truthfulness and consistency. Truthfulness and consistency. If you are not truthful, do not expect anybody to obey you. If you are not consistent, do not expect anybody to obey you. That is why we are calling for everybody who is concerned about the detention of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu. Fight the best way you can to make sure that he's out. If you know anything you can add to the struggle to make sure that Asuna Nnamdi Kanu is released, do that. That is what we are asking for. That is what we are asking for. Consistency. The only destination we have is Biafra. Biafra is our religion. That is the only hope of ordinary man. In the whole of Africa, the only hope that a black man has is Biafra. And when Biafra is being actualized, everybody will be free. That is why the symbol of Biafra, who is our Nnamdi Kanu, is fighting for every indigenous tribe in the contraction called Nigeria, not just for the Biafra. He's not just fighting for Biafra, he's fighting for everybody. Fighting for every single person in that very contraction called Biafra. And people know that. People from the southeast, people from the south, people from the southwest, people from the middle belt, people from the north, they know that our Supreme Leader is standing for the right thing. They know the battle he's fighting is for everybody. They know it. Even some of them decide to deny it, but they know it. Everything that Nnamdi Kanu stands for is the truth. Everything that he is fighting for is the truth, the freedom of the people. And today, that freedom that he's speaking is being held in DSS, and people are walking about thinking that it's okay. It is not okay. And the Biafrans say they can't have it. That is why Biafrans are sitting at home, today being Monday. We will continue to sit at home until our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu is released. Until he is released, every Monday remains a sit at home. And may Chukwu Okike continue to bless and strengthen everyone that is participating in the Monday sit at home. Chukwu Okike will continue to strengthen you. Whatever business you missed on Monday, on Tuesday you will have it on double fold. Whatever business you miss on Tuesday, if you decide to join Tuesday, the following day you will get it double fold. Any day you miss because of Biafra, any day you miss in your business because of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu, you will have triple fold of what you have lost. I am not just saying it. Chukwu Okike made it so, and so shall it be. If you are sincerely fighting for Biafra, fighting for the freedom of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu, do not worry about the day that is being called a sit at home. Be focused on the day that is free, and that day you will get everything that you require to sustain yourself. Our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu is a very pure man. He is a man who is fighting for the righteous. He is not selfish. He wasn't fighting for himself. He was fighting for you and I. And today, he's being held in captive. And someone is telling me that it is wrong to sit at home for him. They all know that it is the right thing to do. You can see the politicians running helter-skelter because of the sit at home. You can see the politicians running from one pole to the other because the people are speaking in a loud voice, saying that this man is innocent and he must be released unconditionally. They are uncomfortable. They are very uncomfortable because the light is shining. The light is trying to take away the darkness completely. You see them coming from every angle, from every corner, trying to peddle their lies, trying to water down the situation. Do not allow anybody to water down the pressure. Every pressure you can be able to mount on the political set in that country called Nigeria, they can be able to mount on the southeastern governors and politicians. Any pressure you can mount on the contraction called Nigeria to make sure that that country is being degraded and our Supreme Leader can release unconditionally, continue to mount that pressure. Don't allow anybody to talk you down. Don't allow anybody to water the situation with their fake and lies that they're telling all up and down. Recently, I bumped into a video where Onyema, the owner of Peace Airways, Onyema was telling lies, pure lies in the public, trying to water the situation. They are all scared. These are people who are benefiting from the one Nigeria. This man knows fully well. He is an Igbo man, somebody from the southeastern region, a Biafran. He knows what he is suffering, having an airline in Nigeria, without having an international airport that is functionable in the southeastern Nigeria. All the international airports we have in the southeastern Nigeria are just by name. He knows the problem he's facing in his own importation. He knows the problem, challenges he's facing in that very airline business that he's doing. He knows, but he pretends. He just wants to be able to play to the gallery so that they can be able to have mercy on him and give him one thing or the other. That is why he's coming in public to talk trash, telling us about Muhammadu Buhari being a good man. Muhammadu Buhari that we know that he's a monster. Muhammadu Buhari from the onset have never loved the Biafrans for a day. He has no good thinking about the Biafrans. Muhammadu Buhari has never, even when he was the president the first time as a military president, even when he has come back now, have never had a good thought for the Biafrans. He have never at any time, any point in time, spoken good about the Biafrans. Muhammadu Buhari is one of those who is holding the flag of Ottoman Danfodio, holding the flag of Ahmad Bello of hatred. That flag that says that Northerners first in everything. It is Muhammadu Buhari that is superheading it and preaching it every now and again by his attitude in the very government that is handed over to him. Even after his death, he's the one that wrote the script that they are playing today. And Onyema is coming out to lie to the Igbos in their face. Before everybody in the public, lie before them to water everything and tell them that Muhammadu Buhari have a good thought for them, that he work together with them. Knowing fully well the injustice that happened there, he accepted that there is injustice. Yet, in that injustice where there is no remedy, there is no plan to remove that injustice. And Onyema is preaching to people, telling them to dance to the tune of this very killer government. These are the kind of people we have in the southeastern part of Nigeria. They are in business, they are in politics, they are in churches, they are everywhere. Monsters who are just selfish about their own selfishness, or it is only about them. They can sell every other person to make sure that they push their own agenda. That is what Onyema is doing. Listen to what Onyema is saying to the public.
Antagonizing ourselves. We cannot develop Igbo land except when we peace and Igbo land. So when some of us may preach peace, or not because 9 and 12, but 1 and 12. If we don't have peace, we don't have development. We never have Igbo now for every weekend, we never have 2 Fulani Igbo to go and enjoy themselves. But we don't never now. Inga and Igbo.
Audience, please.
I just have peace. Both my neighbor, my west, our north, and our south. Let us have peace in this country. Living together, pray for us, pray for everybody, pray for others. Some of us, let's agree with what is happening in Nigeria. Yes, there were injustice, there were inequity, there were unfairness, but because of guys were wisdom, start, when so, process is leading to address these issues. For every conflict, if you are taking the wrong approach, you know the consequences. The consequences are not to you. But you follow it with the right approach of plan about a win-win for everybody. So I'm a young divine. Let us engender peace about that. Ebe you have made to Niger Delta. But I have made to other places. I'm on this president, President Muhammadu Buhari, quotes me, I say it again, he's not against the deal. If we approach him the right way, I'm on the one line what they must be released. I'm on the federal government. For the sake of peace in the whole country, for the sake of brotherhood, for the sake of reconciliation. Let's not please. For the sake of reconciliation in the country.
Audience, please.
Now, the president, which I know that he has a big heart. This president, if he's approached properly and assured, we still do it again. Don't make it before this everyone I'm on this president came here again. President Muhammadu Buhari will one day release our brother. Then we total reconciliation. People are going to release it. Then we total reconciliation. I know this president will do it.
A round of applause.
He will not do it. He will continue to antagonize him. Because everything is wrong. He has wrong. You cannot bring any government. He has wrong. So my prayer to the government is that let us bring all these people back to the table and make peace. And make reconciliation may help the country. That is my prayer. And I believe that this president will do it. Because I have myself, I don't know him, but I put forward certain requests and he honored them. And when I say it, it's not angry, but I'm saying the truth. He honored my request. So many things are here. With the stupidness of the the man looking at the president very well at APC, putting Jim Dillon and placing in his position. We are going to have a meeting and move over to the presidency. This thing will be sorted out. And then we will government in the some of us are working behind to make sure our brother is released, to make sure that others even Sunday is released, to make sure that we have total reconciliation of the country. This is what we want. This is my conviction. This is my vision. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A very big round of applause for
That was
After listening to this man, you can agree with him that everything he has told there are lies. The only single thing that he said is true, that the injustice, there is injustice in that contraption called Nigeria, and the injustice is foundational. That is the only single truth in everything that Onyema said. Injustice, and that injustice can never ever be addressed as long as there remains something that has to call Nigeria. Anybody that promotes one Nigeria is promoting injustice. Anybody promoting one Nigeria is promoting killing. Anybody that is promoting one Nigeria is promoting Fulani. So watch closely to Onyema. Onyema is an agent of the Janjaweed. He is promoting Fulani. He is promoting the Janjaweed, promoting the killing that is happening in the land, knowing fully well that there will never be any justice anywhere in the continental colony because their injustice is institutionalized, is in their constitution. How can you address such people who have refused anything that has to do with any redress of what is happening in the continental colony? They refused it. They don't want to talk about it. Yet somebody is coming to deceive people and talk about it. This is where we found ourselves. Biafra is necessity. It's very, very necessary for us to have Biafra. It is very, very necessary, more than ever, for us to have Biafra. So if you know what you have to do to make sure Biafra is being actualized, do it. Do everything possible to make sure that Wasun Yamazin Nadikano, who is sincerely fighting for Biafra, comes out from DSS. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. We must be free. We must be free, and we will take our freedom. And for those of you who are asking questions, who don't know the reason why we are asking for Biafra, some who doesn't know the achievement Biafra have made, some of them who are still having the same achievement Biafra have made during the time of Ojuku is the same achievement that Biafra is making today. Biafra is a child of necessity, and it is because of Biafra that many are alive today. And the reason why we are fighting for Biafra, I would like to hear from our eternal leader the explanation he has to give. These are the reasons why we are fighting for Biafra and continue to fight for it, and we never relent until Biafra comes. Listen to our eternal leader, Dean Oduneguju.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more. We haven't got the sophisticated war aim of Nigeria to conquer, to overrun, to do something or the other. For us, merely to prevent. And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us. And the fact that we are here all indicates that we have been very successful.
Bosatt I nord, flyktet tilbake til sin hjemstat.
Shock. I think one can only say shock in this matter because the thing is so enormous, the crime is so enormous. It's a definite attempt at clearing people of Eastern origin from the face of the earth, as it were. I wish I knew the reason for it all. Indeed, I wish I knew the reason for all the waste that has been going on since May.
Det ble gjort flere forsøk på å megle og oppnå enighet, blant annet på grunnlag av en ny konstitusjon som skulle innebære dannelsen av flere regioner. Det mislyktes imidlertid, og den 30. mai 1967 rev Østregionen under ledelse av oberstløytnant Ojukwu seg løst fra føderasjonen og antok navnet Biafra.
Your meeting today is very crucial. The East is at the crossroads. Since our last meeting, everything possible has been done by the enemies of the East to escalate the crisis in an attempt to bring about the collapse of this region. They have failed and will continue to fail.
Den nyopprettede staten innlemmet også en rekke minoritetsgrupper som ønsket selvstyre for sine stammer, og som
We were told that we had to prove our capabilities. This we have done. When it became clear to the world that we had proved our ability to maintain an ordered government, to maintain it under very difficult circumstances, we were told that this was an African problem, that one had to see African initiative, and there's 4 African countries recognized. Then we were told, oh no, that one had to go through international organizations. We have been through the Commonwealth, through the OAU. I personally have been to Niamey. I have been to Addis Ababa. The case has been made in Africa whole. The case has received mention in the United Nations, and still nothing comes of it. The Africans say they have done their bit, it's for the Europeans. The Europeans say, no, it is African. In the meantime, our people continue to suffer. I don't think anybody's hands are tied. It is very clear now that Africa is divided. It is equally clear that our case has been proved beyond doubt. Each country now must consider, as usual, what her interests are. And I say, the interest of most countries in the Western world must be to support our rights. I think that to further avoid it is really to support mounting misery. I think the Scandinavian countries, not involved very much in this flexing of muscles by the superstates, can quite easily act on her own, the voice of reason, the voice of conscience. The interest, the paramount interest must be to stop the war and thereby end the misery.
After listening to him, you can agree with me that it is obvious, it is very, very necessary that we must all fight for this Biafra. That is the only way we can survive. Everybody in the old southeastern region, you are part of it. And for those who think it is just about the Igbos, you are wasting your time. If you are from the southeastern region, old southeastern region, I mean the southeast and the south of today, those who call themselves Nigeria, if you think that the war that they are bringing is against the Igbos, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. And I would like you to wake up from that sleep, because when they are coming, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your language, it doesn't matter what you speak, they are going to come after you and they will take you out. They will take you out. Definitely they will take you out. And if you think it is just about the Igbos, I would like you to listen to General Effiong. This is our general, one of the generals who fought for Biafra gallantly until the last minute. General Effiong, hear what he has to say. He is not an Igbo man, but he has to tell you exactly what it feels like. The war is against the South, against everybody in the southeastern region. It is not just against the Igbos. Listen to Effiong, what he has to say.
Program, and I myself, I'm not an Igbo man, but I was to be killed also, and I just managed to escape. And a few of the officers escaped, but very many were killed. Those that were killed came from what was then eastern Nigeria. For instance, Major Rock is not an Igbo man, but he was killed. He was killed in Kaduna. Major Kanam was killed in Lagos, and he is not an Igbo man. And several others like that. I'm trying to say that the people, the officers killed, came not just from one tribe, but from the eastern Nigeria as it then was.
Yes.
And so there you are. It was lucky for those of us that escaped.
If you are not convinced now, I don't know when you'll be convinced. I do not know when you will be convinced. You have to wake up. Fight for that cause. We must continue to do everything possible to put these people on their toe. The sit at home, as you can see, sit at home is doing miracle. The only thing I will like now is for us to tighten the sit at home more and more. It is only because of this sit at home that they are on fire today, talking about the release of President America. You can see the politician crying. They are concentrating on their so-called evil they are doing. They told us they are going to hold a communique, they are going to form a committee to go for American. Have you heard anything from them? These are deception. Deceptive people who have no single truth in them. There have never been any time you hear a single truth from these politicians. Why must you relent in your effort and stop doing what they are doing because of what they said? Knowing fully what they are lying. Now they are busy pursuing campaign. You can see what is happening in Anambra State. They are campaigning right, left, and center with their lies. With their lies. An election that will never hold. For those who are participating in the election, who are there going on the rallies, they will pay with their own life. It has started happening already. For those of you who are social media, you have started seeing the videos. Those who are promoting camps and promoting all manner of parties, they will pay for their own life. If you come out for campaign, you will pay with your life. You come out to vote, you pay with your life. It doesn't matter the role you play. So long it has to do with the election of Anambra State, you will pay with your own life. There will be no election in Anambra State. There will be no election. We cannot continue to endorse our own debts. We cannot continue to do that. For those who want to continue to endorse, so be it. They will pay with their own life. The government of the Janjaweed, as usual, we kill them in order to frame up IPOB. In order to demonize the ESN, the Janjaweed will definitely come upon them and kill them. It is going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. So, if you want to stay alive and save your own life, do not participate in anything that has to do with Anambra State election. Do not participate. Even if you are being sent from another state to go and officiate in Anambra State, you are going at your own risk. And when you are going, write your will, because you will not come back alive. You will not. It is not a threat. This is something that has been written down, and they are going to carry it out. They will carry it out. You pay with your life. If you want to save your life, stay away from Anambra State election. there will be no election in Anambra State. The only thing that matters for us is the freedom of our Sunni Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is the freedom of Biafra. Referendum is the only vote we can cast in Biafra land. Anything short of referendum, we are not part of it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has fought for you and I, who has led a strong foundation that will lead us to security, to lead us to peace, lead us to safety, lead us to freedom. People are overlooking his detention. He is today in the hand of DSS. Biafra is in DSS as I speak to you. Biafra is being held captive in DSS, and people are walking about thinking that it's okay. It is not okay. The Biafrans have spoken that it is not okay. That is why they are sitting at home on Monday. And I am praying that they tighten it up and add more days. That is the way we can make our voice heard, and the world is watching. Our Sunni Mazi Kanu must be released unconditionally. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We will continue to follow Sunni Mazi Kanu. That is why I urge you to continue to listen to his messages. If there is any message of Sunni Mazi Kanu you come across, listen to it carefully. You will definitely get a message that will lead you through. Mazi Kanu has given us all the tools that we need to fight this battle. He has given us all the tools we need to acquire our freedom. What are you waiting for? Don't be silent. Listen to his messages. I am going to play for you another message of Sunni Mazi Kanu to wake you up and keep you at alert to know what is coming and what is ahead.
We are going to secure the entire southeast and south-south, which is the former east, with the necessary assurance that crimes such as kidnapping, armed robbery, illegal abduction of innocent people is brought to an end very imminently. We must bring all these things to an end. We must understand that years of torment has come to an end. I also appreciate the fact that some of you, those who are in the service or in the pay of the Zoological Republic, I know that some of you cannot fathom what we are about to unveil this very evening. You thought that pictures we are overwhelming. After this broadcast, the entire video will be released. That all of you may understand how serious we are, that we have come determined to do the will of the Most High Elohim. What is our story? I ask. Our story is that we have been killed for very many years. Just days ago, Fulani Muslims, yes, Fulani, call them headsmen, call them Mieti Allah, call them Boko Haram, call them ISIS in West Africa. They murdered over 100 rice farmers, purportedly Christians, in cold blood in Borno State. Am I upset about it? Of course I am. Are we grieving? Of course we are grieving. But it is very, very disheartening, very, very discouraging that up until now, the international community have failed to do something about the murderous outrage perpetrated by Fulani terrorists on a daily basis against innocent indigenous populations in the zoo called Nigeria. Sometimes I feel disconnected, sometimes outrage and anger over these killings and the insincerity, the duplicitousness, and the profound lacking of seriousness, or should I say, stark appreciation of history. Our people, we do not learn, we have never learned, and until we rise up, all of us, one after the other, to support these very glorious efforts we are making to secure our land, our enemies will triumph over us. But heaven will forbid it. We will ensure that that will never happen in our time. You might ask, what is history? It is a very dark, hideous history of our people, banned by those who rose to power on the ashes of a genocide they themselves committed. It is a history banned in schools out of a sense of denial, yet it is a history still accessible to anybody and everybody who is willing to learn. On the trajectory that we have decided to embark upon, there is no going back. People are going to call, I know that for sure. There are those who may be interested to understand the reason why we do things the way we do it. In the fullness of time, they will come to appreciate the benefit of our tenacity, the benefit of our dedication and devotion to ensuring that Biafra land is secured. There were those in the Middle Belt in years gone by who stupidly joined in committing genocide, dishonestly, I must say, against the people of Biafra. They called it a civil war. They said they fought that very war to unite Nigeria. That same Nigeria is now killing everybody. Or should I say, presiding over a reign of terrorism from Fulani Janjaweed. All of you are now regretting it. History is now repeating itself. What transpired against Biafrans, all the conspiracy against Biafra, is now being visited upon those very people that helped the Fulani Janjaweed terrorist caliphate to inflict what amounted to the second worst genocide in the history of the world. Some of them are weeping. We are all weeping. But none of you wept for Eastern Nigeria, so to speak, which is land of Biafra. None of you wept for the Igbo when they are being massacred. None of you wept for the Efik. None of you wept for Anang. None of you wept for even Ejo and other ethnic groups that made up Eastern Nigeria. None of you ever wept for us. We died that your useless Nigeria may be won, and today all of us are dying. But one day weeping must come to an end. We have decided not to weep anymore. We have decided not to cry anymore. We have decided not to complain anymore. We have decided not to petition anybody anymore. But I'm sure by the time the Fulani Janjaweed gets exactly what they're looking for in our land, the world will be forced to intervene. This very security outfit is very proactive. It has been set up that very way. We are going to confront every enemy. We are going to confront anybody who will come to kill us. Because trust me, they will come. As somebody once said, there is a method in our madness. We will draw their army down into our land. Their flanks will be opened up. Their villages will be occupied by bandits and terrorists that they themselves created. That by the time they are done and we have sent them packing from Biafra land, they will have no home to go to. All of them don't have no home to go to. The zoo is finished. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. We are not going to keep on weeping. This very evening, we want to remind the world that Fulani terrorists massacred us at Nimbo. They killed us at Ozowani. They came to my house with uniforms and killed over 28 people, as a result of which my parents died. These people will continue killing. All of you are witness to what happened in Obibo. We cannot allow such to happen again. And any governor who foolishly sides with the zoo to inflict death, pain, and suffering upon our people will be held personally responsible, himself and his family. Himself and his family. And all of you that participated or encouraged the slaughter of the innocent at Obibo, you all will be held accountable at the right time. You cannot go free, including Wike. You cannot go free. I assure you, I'm saying it so that the world can hear. So that the day you meet your nemesis, they will know that I announced it live on air. If they want us to go to ICC, we go to ICC. Any court in the world they want us to go to, we'll go there. But Wike cannot go free. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. And the same goes for any other idiotic governor that may want to kill our people. It will no longer happen. In the coming days and weeks, people are going to come out to protest. This very Eastern Security Network will provide much needed security for protesters across Biafra land. I repeat, they will provide security for peaceful protesters across Biafra land. Any idiot in uniform that wants to dare us, you're more than welcome to do so. But you will bear the brunt and the consequences will be very, very dire, I assure you. I assure you. Those of you that bore witness to what happened at Zakibiam, at OD, Emene, Obibo, Isiama Farugu, in Aba, in Atampo, must know that we cannot allow such senseless state-sponsored massacre of the innocent to continue. We can't allow it. We will never, ever allow it. Therefore, I am placing the United Nations on notice, the EU, British government, the US government, that wherever the Nigerian army goes in again to massacre innocent people, we are going to retaliate. We will retaliate. OPIBO will be the last time any sitting governor anywhere will give the order for innocent people to be killed. Should that happen again, that governor will die. I am saying it, so you cut out this very clip and send it to the ICC, so they can have it there with them. And all these criminals, all these murderers, we shall meet them there, should the need arise. You cannot go about killing innocent people and you expect them to do nothing. It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. It cannot happen. We have come to die for what we believe in. We have come that we may be free. The zoo called Nigeria was created by a white man, not an African. Named by a white woman, not a black African woman. It has no right to exist. And anybody that kills in the name of Nigeria will be held responsible by us. Because it seems that the ICC doesn't want to do anything. It seems that all the courts of the world are silent as innocent people, men, women, and children are being slaughtered on a daily basis in Nigeria. We can't allow that to continue. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. This very Eastern Security Network is not, and I repeat, is not the army of Biafra. When the time comes for us to raise the army of Biafra, we shall announce it to the whole world. It is merely a vigilante group, the same way you have Amotekun and Miyetti Allah's national vigilante in Nigeria. That is why we must all be very, very measured in how we approach the issues that confront us at this very critical time of our history. We must remain resolute and determined. All those in the pay of Janjaweed that will come to try to discourage you from supporting this very wonderful initiative that none of your governors were able to do. As some of you will see in the video that will be posted or published after this very broadcast, you will see that we are united all the way from Kogi down to the Atlantic Ocean. We are one family and indivisible. We are not going to allow ourselves to become distracted by paid agents of the damnable Zoological Republic. Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged. If you kill a Biafran, you will be killed. No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it. Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say, those who were culpable. The same thing in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, that was the reason, or should I say, that is the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you. The men are ready. They have come to defend Biafra land, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process. Any governor found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us. Let me make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple, very, very simple, that we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of secession, as the idiots would say, but in pursuit of the defense of our land so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces.
After hearing the voice of Asuna Kanu, I must tell you, I am energized. I am stronger than ever. His messages are the source of my strength. That is why I never relent. I never look back. I am very, very confident that Biafra is here. Very, very soon. Our Asuna Kanu will join us. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will join us and we will celebrate in Biafra land very soon. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. Chukwuka Biama have appointed our Asuna Nnamdi Kanu to lead us into Biafra, and we must get into Biafra. No man born of a woman can stop it. It doesn't matter what they do. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from, and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.